And we're back with a Celtic unrestricted view, and the gaffer is back to save the day. Fed up with that dour crap I heard yesterday I've used to. I've come back in to save this podcast for calling it that mob across the water. Anyway.
Liquidation.
Liquidation. Somebody's got to step in and save the day, and I'm here to do it. Hope you're all well, folks. Good evening. I'm JP, and joining me this evening is my co-host and my smiling compadre, and my man. It was this time last week. The two of us were about 16 deep in Corona. Not sitting with the ordinary people. That's for another story.
That's the best thing I've ever heard in my life.
That's the best thing I've ever heard in my life, honestly. But how are you, mate? It's good to see you.
I'm a wee bit chirpier, I think, for the last few days, mate. I think 90%, I would say, of the Celtic fans are a bit doom and gloom. But, like I say to Alan, me and Alan were chatting the other day, mate, you've got to put a kind of positive spin on it. The fact, 1 or 2 derbies, we've still top of the league, so... But I can see why a lot of fans are frustrated, mate. So it just depends on your feelings towards recruitment, board, etc., etc. It really just depends your feelings on a lot of things, mate. But no, I'm good. I'm sober.
I just can't get that ordinary people comment
amazing.
out my head, man. It's plain air and air, that wee voice.
I'm fresh, as I wasn't last weekend. I was quite worse for wear last Saturday morning, so I'm quite fresh.
No, I was worried about you, mate. I'm
off that Devils just for a while, mate. Maybe during the week or something, but we'll see how we go. See how tomorrow goes. I might go and bleach.
I'm surprised the transfer window didn't. I used to talk yesterday. I'm surprised the transfer didn't. Transfer window didn't drag you to that event.
Last night I was sitting with bleach and a few of my rosary beads, saying a few prayers, but no, I'm good, mate. I hope you're well as well. Hope you had a good birthday as well yesterday. Hope you're all good, mate.
Thank you very much, mate. Yes, for everybody. Thank you, Nori. Aye. For anybody that is wondering what Ryan was saying, yes, I turned 40 years of age yesterday. I know I don't look a day or 55, but there you go. This is what a young East End man of Glasgow looks like now these days, man.
You've got on now, innit?
Telling you, mate.
Still keeping you well by now.
I look as if I was in Davy Weir's class at school, man.
That's why my hair's getting, man. I like to see it, man. Jesus.
Aye, I'm with a hard life, mate. They're a hard paper on money too.
Hard paper down there.
See, when I was wee, my mammy didn't buy me products, mate. Know what I mean? So it was we used to get our hairbrush with the gritting lorries that used to go on the street, mate. Know what I mean?
Honestly, so see me in school. I used to have half a tub of gel. I mean, brow cream back in the day, wasn't it? Sonic. Away up to see nowadays. I wish I had that hair again, mate. I've not hair now.
Aye. So. That's what's wrong. Probably what's happened is you went like that. You played football, went in goal, somebody sort of shot and chopped off your Bart Simpson chroma. But yes, mate, it's good to be back on and having a chat with you. We'll come to some comments, as we always do, before we start talking about what we're going to talk about tonight. And Jem joining us on YouTube says, even JP and Ryan are he's impressed by the last minute loan deal. We will come to that, and Jem. I'm actually quite positive, actually, before I'm going to get all sorts of abuse flung at me now for saying that, but I don't mind. As I said, I'm 40 now. I'm not a daffy boy anymore. I can handle it. I can also dish it out as well, so give us your best, as they say. But Francis Lester, good evening, or should I say Mr. Soonis, we're at 40. Good evening, boys. Come on, you boys in green. Let's go and win this league now. Absolutely, mate. It's all about positivity. We need to keep it there. M&M joining us as well. And that's, I don't know if you're the real Slim Shady or not, or that's just your YouTube name for whenever you do these podcasts. Hi, guys. Thought Brendan handled his presser well today. Thumbs up to 20-minute Tims for the question that they asked. I didn't see it. I seen the presser and he did handle himself well, but I'd never picked up on the question. Ryan spoke to me just a short time ago about that as well, and I'm going to have to go back now, M&M, and actually have a look for that. I was thinking about a couple of other things as well. I was back at 5-a-side tonight myself as well, so I was my head was elsewhere. Leo Porter, there's a name we don't ever see anymore. I wonder if you've got a note for your mammy, Leo, why you're never on this anymore, son. Good to see you, and I hope you're doing well. Evening, lads. Not a transfer expected. As I say, we'll come to that one. Thomas Hand, he says, we'll win the league again and fly the flag. Yeah, Thomas, I'm optimistic, mate, and it's good to see you back on, mate. Chris Murray, evening, boys. Hope you're well. Yeah, Chris, I'm very well, mate. Yeah, definitely. I know I don't feel any older, even though I've turned 40 now, Chris, but overall, mate, it's that's one of the ones, mate. We just need to get on with it. Congrats, JP. Hope you had a great day. I did have a great day. Yeah, I had a great day spending some really good time with my family. And yeah, it was good on you. Happy birthday, JP. Only 25 years behind me. There you go. See what I mean? I'm catching up with you all soon. It's definitely. But if you think I'm calling you Gaffer, you've got another thing coming, mate. I'm telling you that right now. William O'Toole, hail. Did Rodgers answers help? William, to be fair, I think Brendan's very, very calculated in everything he does. A bit like myself on here, mate. Nobody used to. They two go in their cell and they like get this place shut down. Do you know what I mean? Some of that comments and part of them were using yesterday. Off. That's how big McCourt's not here. It's one of the ones when the manager sends on a big cook. Come on, you half son, sit with me here. He's in the dugout. He's away. He's making the tea. He's got the pancakes and the crumpets on now, waiting to make him an half. It's time for the big boys now. Champions League nights is what they call it. The big boys are in now, and here we go. Ryan's only here because I've nobody else to help me out tonight. So.
Who's on the night? I'll come on.
I had to pick one of them. To be fair.
At least I'm not selling t-shirts tonight. So.
Well, that's it. You could be worse. You could be selling something else on your half-10 show, wee man. But that's another story, that man, isn't it? But no, as I said, listen, William says there, Ryan, I'm always, I'm always complimentary, Rodgers, mate. You know that yourself, and I always say to you that he's always very, very calculated in what he does and the way he answers things. So I do think he handles himself really well in the media, mate.
In terms of the manager, he's very experienced. He's been around this plenty of times, especially at Celtic with the questions about recruitment and the board and the quality, and he had it kind of the first time as well. This isn't his first paper round. This isn't his first merry-go-round at management. So he's very calculated and he's very experienced, and he's a top manager. He speaks very well in the media. He knows when to make wee digs, and he knows when to be calculated, and he knows when to have a laugh. He's very good. He's again on his presser. Wee bit concerning for me a wee bit in terms of some of the stuff he said, i.e. that he's kind of into frustration with a lot of fans that understand that I'm in with supporters that we do want to get a better quality player in, or go and spend a bit more money, be braver.
Hold on a wee minute. Hold that thought, Ryan. Alan, I'll come and help you, and he started now.
No, it's just a wee minute now. Way back in. I do agree. I'm happy he's agreeing with kind of a lot of the fans. Again, I'm like you. I try my best to be positive when I can, mate, and I don't really like to kind of give guys energy who are in very, very good jobs behind the scenes, and how hard it is to run football clubs and manage clubs, and how it is to scout people and stuff. But the last maybe 4 windows on the strike rate have not been great. The last two, the last one there just shut. Especially wasn't great, considering what the fans would have wanted and what we expected. And like I say to you, I think it's just the standards of the club as well, and it's what the fans, like I said during the phone the other day, it's because they're coming out with the funds. We've got 70 million. The manager, we want 3 or 4 players. McGregor, we want quality. So us as fans, we're like wee leeches. We'll go, right, cool, this is what we're going to get. So we'll hold on to that, and then when we don't get it, wait a minute here, we're paying £600 and £800 season books. We're buying all this. what are we getting back in return? And I know then you'll see other people say, aye, but you've won trophies, you've won trebles with the same board and some of the recruitment staff. I get that, so I do get both sides, but me, I'm very frustrated. This is probably the first time in a while I've been very frustrated with the window. I've been no concerned, but just a wee bit perplexed at kind of some of the things that have been on, mate, and kind of how the transfers have worked and how they've came to kind of no happen. So on his presser, he handled it very well, JP, but I do get wee bits and bobs that I'm reading between the lines. Just my opinion. I don't think he's happy with what's been going with the two windows. He's obviously got to come out and no say that. He's not going to come out and slaughter the recruitment team or the board. He's going to say it's a collective. But listen, in the past, we have had good recruitment, and he did say that. But sometimes, like I've said, for the European side especially, you need to sometimes go and change your model, maybe go and pay a bit more money. Money isn't always going to get you success, but when Celtic have went a wee bit further, you're the Chams, your Edwards, your Julians, Jotas, Vickers, etc. It's kind of worked to a good degree. So, all in all, mate, I'm agreeing with what Tommy says, and I think somebody else said about M&M. I do feel he asked these questions very well, and he's kind of helped the fans a wee bit to understand that maybe he shares the frustration as well, and hopefully, like I say, JP, the question I'll put to you is, do you now go and, if, in my opinion, put you in the league, can we go and trust this recruitment team to go and get a bit of money and strengthen the squad and make it a bit quality? My opinion right now, probably no. I do think maybe a bit of changes need to happen for us to maybe move forward in the market and stuff, but that's the summer, mate. Let's just, like you say, get on the league, go win the league and back the team. As much as we all want to be criticism, don't put it on the players now. Back the team, back them now. It's done. We've all got frustrations with the board or recruitment, that's fine. But now we need to back the new signings, back the manager, and like Francis says, go win the league.
Yeah. I think, Ryan, you take it back to can we go and go with this recruitment team? I think that one's a tough one, Ryan, because, listen, if any Celtic fan right now thinks for 1 minute that anybody representing the club at any sort of level weren't trying to bring players to help Brendan and the team into the club and get the right quality to be on the pitch with Brendan and the team. If anyone thinks right now that the club weren't trying that, then you're not on the highest dose of your medication as you should be, in my opinion. And I'm being honest, that's the only way I can explain that to people. Because the club have worked very, very, very hard. And it's tough because, see, even I never really noticed it till you said it today. And I obviously Celtic's my team, so I don't really pay attention to other teams and what's going on. But he's right, Ryan. There wasn't a lot of business done in January for a lot of the team, even down in England. I think this is the first time. This was minus, by the way, 825 million quid less than this time last year had been spent on any team at all. So I think when you look at it over the piece, mate, we're frustrated as fans, right? I mean, you're frustrated because you just want the best. We're all crying for that. We all want the best for the team, right? There's nobody want the best more than Brendan. And I know for a fact, right, but people, whatever people's thoughts are, there's nobody else want the best for Celtic than Michael Nicholson. These guys work tirelessly, mate. Their mobiles are probably having to be constantly plugged in and charged because they're on the phones that many times. Now, we made a lot of signings in the summer, and it was a massive transition as well. So obviously it was a change of manager, first and foremost. So that's a massive change, Ryan, for the summer. And then obviously the coaching staff have changed momentarily. Harry Kewell's now away. John Kennedy's probably, I would say, maybe got a bigger role now in the team. because Brendan had asked him to stay, Ryan. But the board allowed Brendan, and I know Brendan's going to get the derry for this because he overseen the summer recruitment. Whereas when you know football, Ryan, you know that the summer recruitment was earmarked by the previous manager. So you could probably look at that, like the boy Tillio. The biggest link is the Australian link straight away, so you know that's came from Ange Postecoglou. I would say one that's maybe got Rodgers written all over it is Narotsky. He's the type of player he likes, passing out, breaking the lines. And he's, for me, I just think, injuries aside, Ryan, I think for the first half of the season, mate, he'd have been unbelievable. I really, really do, mate. I think he would be probably up there with Liam Scales at the moment. And listen, again, there's the emergency of that as well. Nobody foreseen that one coming. The emergency of Liam Scales and how steady and the vast experience now Liam Scales holds in the team is daily, mate. He's one of the guys now, Ryan, you're looking at now going, he's one of the reliable senior guys now because of the amount of games he's played, along with Callum McGregor, obviously Greg Taylor, but Greg Taylor's now injured. And that was always going to happen, Ryan. And I know what people are going to say, we've not got a left back in him, we've not got this in him, we've not got that in. I'm with Rodgers there, we don't just want to stockpile the squad just to appease the fans, because that's not the line of business we're in. We've tried that before, mate, it didn't work. The people are using Big Kuhn and other boys as an example and saying it's poor recruitment. Well, how do you know? Because unfortunately right now, Kuhn's not been able to show the Celtic fans what he's all about and what he's able to do. But so far, he's played 2 games for St Mirren, and all the St Mirren fans are ranting and raving about him, mate, like he's, like they're Callum McGregor. So, and he was unlucky not to get a goal against them across the water just a short time ago. So it's one of them. And Thiago Ryan, many times me and you had a conversation about him as well, mate. I know what people are saying, I know a lot of your fans are saying, their projects, their this or that. Some of them are actually coming to the fort now. Big Bernardo, he's another one that's started to show his worth. I said Narotsky as well. You've got Lewis Palmer, Chipman with goals and assists first half of the season. Let's hope he can have a big second half of the season. So that kind of puts a different perspective, mate, on the summer window. Because people were saying 10 signings and they've all failed. Well, that's not really the case. Some of these guys have even scored in the derby. They've played well in the derby, So I think sometimes, mate, there's a lot of Celtic fans speaking through sheer emotion at the moment, mate, and there's not enough logic being used, in my opinion, behind it. And yeah, as I said, it's and I get it, Ryan. I understand it because a signing for Celtic fans, mate, is like a fix. It's like a fix and something that we all want to we want that yellow bar coming across and saying Celtic have signed this guy and we're all buzzing off it. We all want to be buzzing off it. And I get, it's like we've been really, really spoiled, Ryan, over the years, mate. We really have, mate. In terms of trophies, mate, we have been really, really spoiled. And in my opinion, mate, I've said it to you before, we've had all sorts of injuries this season as well, mate. It's no helped. So it's kind of no help with the continuity in the squad. So you're having to bring players in who might not have a lot of games, who are having to get themselves with a rocket up their backside to meet the standards of your Matt O'Reilly, who has been unbelievable, mate, and now looks like a 20-odd million pound player this season. So there's been a lot of chop and change, Ryan, and it's been one of those kind of seasons, mate. Yeah, no every game's been pretty. But Ryan, we sit here now, we're top of the table, mate. We're on a 6 unbeaten winning game run. 5 of them are clean sheets. I don't care how we've played, mate. I really, really don't. I really don't, mate. At the end of the day, it's a results-driven business. And I don't care if you won 1-0 or 10-0. You get the same amount of points at the end of the day for that. And if you won 1-0 in the Scottish Cup, it puts you to the next round as well. Now, albeit we won albeit we were up against Bucky Thistle, but we won that pretty comprehensively. So we've also been spoilt recently, mate. We're fans. We had a great day out after it. I don't normally go out after those games. We've also had a big, a big boost in terms of we've just won the next derby. So Ryan, we've lots to really grit our teeth in about this season, mate, as well as all this negativity that's all of a sudden came around the club. So for me, mate, I think sometimes in certain aspects, mate, I could see the point, Ryan, if we were sitting second or third in the table, mate. We're not. We're top of the league. Can you imagine what would be getting said now if we were second or third? Or even struggling to make a split? How do you think Livingston fans feel?
Well, no.
No, but take yourself out the scenario for a second and think. So, yeah, I can understand, we've only signed 2 players in this window. But again, Ryan, NICOLAS Kuhn, Rodgers has said he's quality. So, and he's only played in 1 game so far. So again, but that's something that annoys me as well, Ryan, because nobody mentioned him. Everybody forgot that we'd signed him for a few moments, and nobody had mentioned him. You've also had Carter Vickers and you have had Rio Hatate practically missing a huge part of this season. So, yeah, as I said, mate, it's like I says, 1 of 2 derbies, sitting top of it, and something else I've not even mentioned. We have stopped our unbeaten run for 10 years in the Champions League as well. The people are going to say to me, do you know what, JP, that was a damp squib. Absolute nonsense. Rubbish, because we do not play damp squib games. Celtic don't play meaningless fixtures. We just don't. Even in friendlies, we want to win them. So anybody, I've watched football a long time, and anybody there to say, we've, as if that didn't happen and try to, that's monumental, Ryan. We were we were becoming a laughing stock, mate, in terms of European football. A massive laughing stock, mate. Do you know after we had beaten Feyenoord at Celtic Park, and we done it in a way that we kind of outplayed them on the night as well. Did you see what happened afterwards with the Dutch press?
Mate,
they wanted Arne Slot sacked and everything. So, see if our result didn't mean that much, then why was there such a bad reaction in terms of over in Holland? Even Big Pierre was talking about it when I seen his Instagram. So that result meant quite a lot, mate, and I think it gave a lot of your players a big boost in terms of Matt O'Reilly, and they've put a lot into the Champions League, Ryan. They've played well in a lot of the games, mate. We were really unlucky, minus the Atletico away game, mate. There's nothing much else in the other fixtures, mate. There really isn't, because we've showed that we can pass through teams, we can play some really good football. And we've got players, Ryan, who can step up to the big level when required, i.e. Kyogo. Because his goal against Atletico Madrid was, Ryan, that's probably one of the best goals I've seen. But just cut him open. Atletico Madrid, they're known for the defence they've got. We played through them, Ryan. It was a 1-2, bump, bang, right on his path, and the wee man ran on and scored. That's not an easy thing to do either. So, all in all, mate, I don't want to. I'm maybe trying to be the voice of reason there, Ryan. I don't know, but I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon that seems to be catching on. I'll tell you something else, and then I'll let you back in, mate. Sorry, I've done a you here. I've went away half in man here.
Sorry, mate.
You better go and see Big Alan. He's on with pancakes.
I've got me a lot, mate, right?
But I think personally, the Celtic fans that are looking for this person to leave the club, that person to leave the club, this person. Be very, very, very careful what you wish for. Because what comes around the corner might not be what you like. It might not be what you're looking for. And it might be a hell of a lot worse than the current situation we're in just now. Red Scotland, good evening, mate. He says, JP attempting to dress up the board's complete ineptitude across these past few windows. It's not cutting it at all. They have shafted us, they have shafted the manager, and their positions are unattainable. Red, to be fair with you, mate, I am not trying to dress up anything, mate. I am looking at the bigger picture. And like I says earlier, mate, if you think the board are deliberately trying to make Celtic fail or not give Celtic the best opportunity that they possibly can to be successful and bring in what Brendan's looking for and a help of quality. Now, sometimes quality comes in all different age groups, mate. I know what Rodgers is saying today about, sometimes you need that ready-made player as well. And I do personally believe that will come. I personally believe that. But I am looking at the bigger picture, Red, because I understand the way it works. I understand how football runs and I understand what it takes to do deals due to our good friend William Glavin, who gave us a lot of information, Ryan, and that's, we've been very, very, very lucky to have William as a friend. And we, to understand how deals take place. So if you think for one reason that the club aren't working hard, then that's fine. That's fine. But to me, and I know for a fact that is not true. Right?
Well, I get through all time my best here, mate. But there's a lot, obviously, over the piece. I can see why. Again, this is probably the most frustrated I've been, so I can totally get where fans are coming from. I do see both sides. Guys who are for recruitment, guys who are for the board, guys who are for everything that's happening at the moment behind the scenes, and I get the frustrations of guys that want better. I think it's just like you said, we're top of the league and won the derbies, and we are top of the league and we are 5 close at stands. I think just majority of fans, I think because of where we are, and you've got the finances, you kind of just want to go and push on to make sure you keep ahead and you keep winning leagues and you keep winning derby games. I think that's the frustration of the fans, that when you've got a wee niche there with the money that we've already kind of put up there through all the years. Listen, the board are businessmen, right? I'll put it out there. The board, Celtic, as much as we all don't like it, Celtic Football Club is a business. I get what you're saying, Red, but they still need to win
but
the game.
we've already won there this season, Red, and we've done it without them laying a glove on us, mate.
I get what you're saying, Red. We are. It's 5 points, and if they win their game, we go to 2. But it's a big if. Football's not everything set in stone. Nobody would have thought we'd have went to command and get beat, etc. So there's loads of things in football that can happen. But people, as much as we all hate it, that.
To be fair with you, Red, I'm trying to be as honest as I can, mate. But if you don't accept other people's opinions and you don't like other people saying their opinions, then maybe it's not fair that you just say your opinion and that's the one that counts rather than other people's as well. Because a reply like that, actually, just it's absolutely pointless. We're absolutely going to get nowhere if we replies like that, I'm afraid.
JP will know that I'm not dressed anything up for many things. I'm actually kind of in the fans' perspective of this January window. But as much as we don't like it, Celtic Football Club is a business. As your football club, as fans, we want, but Celtic is a business, so it's run at a business, rightly or wrongfully, or good or bad. It's always going to be a business. So when you do get offers of £20 million, etc., the board will want to put the balance sheet right, and it's as much as we get frustrated by that, that's what they do, right? The net spend of the window is about £3 million. I think it's £700k profit or something, right? In my opinion, I said to you the day, JP, I think it's a bit poor that the fact we've come out the window. In a business sense, profit-wise, it's good. £2 million of tumble, £1 million for the Gucci, and some another bit of profit came out as well. I get that, but technically we've spent nothing. Celtic Football Club have not had any investments from board members or anything else, share shares since 2005, which is great. It means the club's running very well and stuff, but sometimes maybe a wee bit more money or a wee bit something to go and add a wee bit of quality, like you said about the like obviously in Europe and stuff, mate. We've done very well, but just imagine if we spent a wee tiny bit more, how well we could go. So
I'm feeling the love tonight, Ryan.
I thought, listen, like, football's not all about opinions. Just because you don't agree with the board, or you are for the board, or you're for recruitment, it's all about opinions. Nobody's right and nobody's wrong. It's what you feel. I'm frustrated. Some guys are happy with window. Some guys are happy with the board. Some people only. That's your opinion, and football is all about opinions. We're no right, we're no wrong. I get people's frustrations with the board and recruitment, and I can see, like yourself, sometimes you can be very positive, mate. And myself, I try my best to be positive, but on this January window, I can't dress it up at all. I just think it's an absolute shambles from the club that we've not really got the targets that we wanted. We were crying out for a left back, and I've been in football myself, played football, understand football. That no, you can't always get the player you want due to if it's wages, there's loads of things why you can't get a player. But in my opinion, Celtic Football Club should not be scrambling at the end of January to go and get a left back on loan, or a striker on loan, or anybody on loan at the last bit of the window. We've had since September to go and get a left back or a goalkeeper. We've had 3 positions: left back, striker, and a goalkeeper that we all knew. We all kind of understood that the goalkeeper might be the summer. So take that away, right? We didn't get one in the summer. Joe Hart's fine to the end of the season, but we're all trying to look for a left back. Greg Taylor, I've always says, decent left back. He does well domestically. European side for me, he's getting a wee bit exposed now, and I think at the end of the season, we 100% need a better left back. Again, people might think I'm bullying Greg Taylor. It's like you're saying, JP, I just want the best in my club. And if somebody's out there telling me that we can't go and buy a better left back than Taylor and Bernabei, then the scouting team does need sacked. Because I've met JP, me and you, Alan, we could go and look at players. We don't need laptops. We don't need qualifications. I said to you, I went to Tenerife. First thing I've seen Tenerife game in my life. Said my dad, that winger's good. I can just tell he's good. He's quick, he's nippy, he's got a good touch. No in his Celtic class, but it could be looked at in a more deeper way. If me and you sat down and like this, he's data, right, we'll watch more YouTube clips of him, do you know what? I might even go away to Tenerife again and have a wee look at him. But so I'm not saying it's easy to earn it, because it's no. But to tell me that it's took up to this time for him to scramble to get loan deals for left backs and stuff, mate, for me, I think it is kind of really, really poor, in my opinion. I can't dress it up. I'm really disappointed in the window in terms of the players that will maybe no go, or when the manager says it could have been a wee bit braver. So again, as I dig at the board, the way I'm reading between the lines, it is a wee bit that maybe they didn't give him the money that he maybe wanted. Who knows? But on the boy Idah, I've came to the conclusion now it's only the boy's fault. So I don't want fans saying, "Oh, he's not good enough," or "he's this or that." Not a lot of Celtic fans have seen this guy too much. Maybe small bits at Ireland, small bits on the highlights in the Championship. We all don't want Norwich. There might be some Norwich fans at Celtic who support both clubs, but the majority of Celtic fans do not watch Norwich games. So we all can't say this boy's good or bad. But like I said to you, JP, on his profile, without looking at him as a player, on his profile is not good enough for Celtic Football Club. But he could come in and he could be brilliant. This could be the club and this could be the manager. We could be the fans that spur him on the park. Listen, some guys are terrible at some clubs. They go to other clubs and they peak late in their career and they go boom. Look at Jackie Marcus for a reason, right? Didn't really score a lot of goals in his early career.
Yeah.
He'd a fantastic. the year before he scored all the goals in the Dutch League. He wasn't great, but he trained, apparently, between articles and stuff. He'd done a lot of training in the pre-season, and he was doing a lot of heading, doing a lot of stuff. And that season, he was phenomenal. And look at him now. He's scoring goals all the time now, just about in America. They've done well with us. So sometimes players get the potential later on, which is what happens. But I'm not going to test this window up, and I'm working away a lot of fans. It is poor. I get that a lot of work hasn't been done in a lot of other countries and a lot of other clubs, but I'm going to go on Celtic. And for me, I've said to you, JP, that I do feel that some of the recruitment staff maybe need to be looked at, i.e. if it is the full team or if it's part of the team, the manager's obviously got to decide if he's happy with it. In my opinion, I think you will see changes in the summer. So I think we can all come to maybe 90% of the fans can say we do not trust the recruitment staff if we go and win the league by us potentially a wee bit of kitty to go and spend in the summer window. But I get some opinions, people will be happy with it. And I do agree with the manager. It has worked in the past in terms of buying low, selling high. But
yeah,
I think sometimes now we need to start, especially if we want to improve in Europe, because let's be fair, we all know the other side of the city aren't the great, right? This is what I want to put across. Aye, but they're getting players in, they're throwing the kitchen sink. What's the kitchen sink? Won't they buy players? No. They're banking on winning the league so they can then pay the fees for the guy, i.e. the midfielder for Denmark? Norway, Denmark, no, I can't say the name, Northernland or something.
That's it.
They've got, I think, a 4.5 fee. If I think it's an obligation at the end of the season.
Yeah.
They can't afford £4.5 million as it stands at the moment. So they're banking on win the league. So I get that. They're throwing the kitchen sink to go and get. I get that. But like I say to you, JP, and I say to a lot of fans on Twitter, see if we find a 21 inch, 22 or in that bracket. He's played 4 games in the league. 20-year-old. People would class that as a project if we signed him. So just because you've signed someone doesn't mean that he's going to be good or it's a good signing. Oh, but they've signed a player. But we've signed young guys at that age and they're classed as projects. So you can't just pick and choose when you think it's okay to say, oh, they've got players but we've no. But if we signed that guy, you'd be classed as a project. So Tipper does work like that. But overall, I think that the window's a shambles. I could say a lot more things about it, but I'm going to say it on here. It's a family show, we're professional. We try to be professional as we can on here, unless you put money in the square box. For me, the window.
Top 'em up, I heard.
I will be top 'em up very soon if I get all the bleach. No, listen. On the flip side, you've got. Listen, I try my best to be balanced on two sides because there's some people that are for recruitment. Some people like the board. They like Orwell. They like Desmond. Some guys like everything that happens at the club, which is fine. You pay your money. It's up to you as fans to decide what you feel. There's some guys who want the board out, they want Orwell out, they want the recruiting team out. Some still only keen on Rodgers. Some are actually starting to maybe say that the manager's actually, they feel sorry for him because of what's happened. And I think, for me, I feel sorry for him, JP, because I think he knows what Celtic need and he knows the standards and the quality he wants. But just unfortunately at the moment, maybe the players either are not available or two, they've just the recruitment team. I know he's saying a collective, JP, but for me, in my opinion, he's trying to not blame people. And he's not going to do that he's not going to come out and blame people. He doesn't come out and blame players, really. He does say, these guys need to train better and stuff like that, but he's never really come out and says he's not good enough or I want him out the building. So I know he said the day about Lager Bielka. To be fair, the treatment of Lager Bielka has been pretty poor. I will say that. I think it's pretty poor. I know Carter Vickers has been injured, and I get the manager wants him to be set here before he lets people go. But imagine you as a player, JP, you're told to train hard and work hard. You're not really in the squads. You do well at Ibrox. You've done okay in certain games. You score in the Champions League. Big buzz, right? I might play the next game. Next game he's on the squad. He's been told to still work harder. Go out and loan and get game time. And then he's been told, you can't go because of an injury. But he's going to get back into it. But the manager doesn't want him here. The manager doesn't rate him. So how's he going to feel then? Obviously, he's a professional. He'll probably still try his best. And I hope... I don't think he's that bad. Maybe he's not the quality that we need, but he's a young guy. He's done okay. We've had a lot worse centre backs than Lager Bielka.
Yeah.
I just feel let him go on loan. I would rather, like I said, see nowadays, JP, I was big on keep Dembele, keep Medward, keep them in Cham. They might not be happy, but we need to keep them. They're good players. We need to keep them. See now, don't care if it's even with Kyogo. See if you're not happy, son. Right, go away then. We can't keep guys at the club that are not happy because it's just going to, one, it will stilt the growth of other players who can't get game time, and it's not good for the harm of the squad. But overall, JP, I'm with a lot of fans that I do feel I'm not saying he's sold a dream. I just feel that he's not been given maybe the opportunities to go and get certain players that he wants. In my opinion, I try my best to be positive, mate, but I don't think. Listen, see in 5 weeks' time, NICOLAS Kuhn and this boy, Adam Idah, could be brilliant. They could be scoring goals, assisting, and we could be like, oh, by the way, here, fair play. But hindsight's a wonderful thing, and I can only go on profiles. NICOLAS and Kuhn, I think he's only played 30 or 40 games at the top level. So he's not a project, but he's not had a lot of first team football, but he's had a very good pedigree, very good youth system. So I think sometimes I get that when you maybe sign 26, 27-year-olds for European football, you can spend a bit more money and they do cost a lot more. I just think sometimes the model has to change a wee bit. I think, JP, especially for the European side, I think if we don't, I don't see us improve Europe personally, mate. I think we need to change. If it's the type of play we're going for, is it the money we're spending? I don't know. I've not got the answers. I'm just a fan and we just put out our opinions. But all I can say is now, whatever your feelings are to the board, whatever, if you want to vent your frustrations, do it, but don't do it 90 minutes when the players are trying to play football, i.e. booing. I said that. I will never tell fans what to do. I don't agree with it. I don't want people to boo. I won't boo myself. But we need to back the team now. Back the striker who's come in. I don't agree with the loan deal, 6 months. I know Rodgers says to have a look at him and maybe see, but I just don't think Celtic Football Club should be going for a third choice like at Norwich as a profile. It just screams panic back to me. It might not be, but it just screams that. But overall, the window's been poor. But we need to just go back to the team now. We've got a massive second half of the season. We've got a massive title to go and win at the end of it. Back the players, back the manager, and just try and get positive. I know it's not positive about the recruitment and maybe the board to a lot of people, JP, but on the field, we need to try our best now to roll the team onto the title because let's be fair, I say to you, they're no world beaters there, right? They've still got to say, they've got a better manager. Maybe a better manager, maybe tactically, and maybe the good manager bounce off goal, and they've done well in Europe again, fair play. Yeah. But you can't tell me that Tavernier, Goldson, Balogun, Ryan Jack, Lundstrom, Dessers, Kima, maybe not Dessers, he's only just here, but he's not been great. I know he's scored goals, but I've seen him myself live, he's not great. He's slow as a slug. And that, I'm not saying that disrespectfully, he's just not got any pace. These are the same guys, Scott Wrights, etc., that have lost titles. They've seen us win trebles. Tavernier's lost 22 games against Celtic. Right, so don't think that they've turned superstars overnight. It's what we do. If we win our games and we focus on us, we've got, in my opinion, the first 11 still far better. If you've got a better manager, let's just try and get positivity, going back to the team and let's get a result tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely, Ryan. I want to take this opportunity just now to try and put something to bed just now because there seems to be an array of this happiness within the comments, and it's been going on now for the last 10 minutes, I would say, since probably the last time I spoke. I want to say to Red Scotland, Red, I do apologise if I've upset you in any way whatsoever, mate. I'm one of the least egotistic people you'll ever meet in your life, mate.
Unless you get a tequila rose, didn't you?
Unless I get a tequila rose, then maybe you know me differently, mate. Do you know what I mean? But Red only sees me on here, and he's obviously not liked my last point when I said it, and maybe it was the way I said it. Maybe I could have worded it differently. And if that's the case, I do apologise, Red, if I've caused any offence to you, pal. That's no what I set out to do, mate. I do not think I know more about football than anybody. I do not think I know more about Celtic than anybody. I do not claim to be in the know of anybody. I do have a broad knowledge of football, and I do have an experience of playing a game at a very good level as well when I was younger. So that's the background I'm coming from, mate. I'm a guy for East End of Glasgow, and the East End of Glasgow, growing up in the late 80s, early 90s, mate, tells you that I'm probably no, I'm not just, you're not allowed to be, you know, you're not allowed to be egotistic. Back in the day, it was take what you could get, and that was all you had, and that was it. So that says, mate, if you've been offended, I do apologise. I don't want to cause any disharmony in the comments. And listen, we're all here because we want the same thing. We all want the same for Celtic. We all want Celtic to do well. And if there's any one of us, you know, that think Celtic aren't doing well, then we're obviously unhappy about it. And I can get people's frustrations, Ryan, as well in that. So I just wanted to clear that up there.
It's all about
Because
opinions, mate.
I thought, but to be fair, mate, I thought some of the comments were, you know,
Well, I
well,
don't
it was
know.
becoming a wee bit. It was becoming a wee bit of a mess at the time there. So
I think we said that a few weeks ago. That we totally get fans of frustrated and opinions, but try and keep it clean, guys, on the chat. Try and not abuse each other. Try and not just talk about.
guys are funny enough. The boys are putting me up for that man a day. I know, by the way.
Just try your best, guys on the chat. Just talk about football and Celtic. Don't abuse each other. We're all here have a laugh and not have a laugh. But that and all, me and JP and Alan, we try and put a wee bit of humour on the podcast. We don't just want to be negative and slaughter the board and slaughter Celtic. We'll slaughter them when need be, and we'll put our opinions across. But try and listen. Me and JP and Alan are only here giving our opinions. We're not about anybody else.
No, the thing is, Ryan, I thought I needed to do that there because Red has watched the show for some time.
No, listen,
I don't.
He's
Anybody that watches the show, mate, people are allowed opinions. People are allowed opinions. I just put to Red, like, you know, I just, like I say, we all feel quite. What's the word?
Profit. That's the hoodie. That's our hoodies. That me and JP have got. We that's the Shamrock and that's the podcast hoodie. We're actually going to get more very soon just for sale. But if anybody did like that and you want the jumper, then let us know. We'll happily sources one. But well, like I say, JP, you're spot on. Football's all about opinions, but in the chat, guys, we don't know a lot of you in the chat. We just see you on here, and we appreciate the listens and the views, and we appreciate the questions. Me and JP and Alan, and even Baz when he's on, we'll try our best to try and answer your questions. And if we all know we get frustrated, and if it means coming on here, venting frustrations, what you need, then brilliant. Like it says, we're all good for mental health, and we're all good for helping people out and getting your frustrations out. But we've all got opinions, right or wrong way. But just trying to chat, guys.
Martin, I'm no sorry for having my opinion, mate. I'm sorry if I've caused upset. I wasn't meant to cause upset by giving my opinion. I'm no sorry for my opinion, mate. My opinion still remains the same, though.
In the chat, guys, don't just try and keep it clean. We just want to have a laugh and talk about Celtic, and then he's a good hour out your time as well. Sometimes you might have a bad day, and if we and JP and Alan and Baz make you laughing, or he's a good chat, then brilliant. We don't here for your sake as well, and we like talking to you. So I don't mind you slotting me about the half-10 show and stuff like that and stuff, but just try and keep it clean, guys, and just try and be a bit more positive we can, guys.
Profit, no yet, but that is something, like Ryan says, that is something we are looking into, mate. We tried to do this with some mugs and key rings, mate, and most of them went. So we're looking at something else now in terms of merchandise for the podcast. So once we get a plan in place for it, mate, we will give you a shout and put it on the social medias and the community of the YouTube channel. Ryan, just to try and summarise your half an hour rant you've been on there. Yeah, and like I say, it's definitely something we are going to try and do. So
cheers, Kaiser.
Thanks, Kaiser. Aye, you can always listen, mate. You can always count on Kaiser for a wee bit of extra fat.
That's That's actually good, that.
That's actually quite good, aye. It's not bad, by the way, that's not bad for him on a Friday night at this time.
It's all right, aye.
He's usually in his bed by this time, so that's not too bad for him.
He's
but,
wee mug of tea, aye. He's wee mug of tea, there you go.
Wee mug of tea and his wee money box after 8.
If you stole the pepper pick things, Kaiser.
He's got Gio's walkie-talkies, hasn't he?
He's got Gio's walkie-talkies, aye. Brilliant.
It's not even that, Kaiser. You're lucky. I know a guy who could probably keep you company, mate. There he's there.
It's the butcher day for me, man. Any boots?
The guy there could definitely keep Kaiser company there. Definitely.
Brendan, sign me up. I'll go and get an e-injection, Brendan. I'm ready to play.
Standing outside the Savoy one night and Jota was leaving. He's like, "Do you want my boots?" And my man's like, "No bother. He's your double denim and all."
I'm not going back in that place again, man. That place has seen the last of me, man. Oof. Jesus. There's some wild nights in the Savoy, man.
But what was that you were drinking out of the other night? That's my diesel tanker, Prophet. That was my...
Oh, my tankers, you bastard.
That's my tanker. That's what you Alan say. Don't drink out of there. Drink out your tanker.
Oh, brilliant.
Aye. I've no pipe tobacco, so you're snooker there if you want to go nappy rant. I don't smoke and all that, just when I'm in fire, which is usually in about 20 minutes for now. So it's no, Ryan, to try and summarise what you were saying in terms of the overall the window, and I'm actually probably one of the least of the few that's I'm quite excited to see what Idah's going to bring us. See, you get a feel for a player, Ryan, I think, when you hear him talking. See when you watch his presser and you watched the Jerry McCulloch last night, and you just see the buzzing. He's oozing with his excitement, and it's aye, you've got a friend in me. Is that one of them ones, mate? Aye. You got a free Buzz Lightyear to infinity and beyond poster with it as well. That is, he's boozing. He's boozing. He's boozing. I know. He's oozing with excitement.
He's picked up the Burnaby.
I need to playing drinking games now. Going to the same barber as Palmer.
Wacky races, man.
I know. Two of them jump about with Apple CarPlay, singing the Benny Hill tune playing in the Range Rover.
Oh, brilliant.
Aye. That's not a Range Rover, that's a drone of a Range Rover. Alejandro, what you doing?
That's a drone of a Ferrari, big man.
He's like, Mum, I can't believe it. 2 women have left us standing here in the middle of nowhere steaming.
Oh, my pal. Come and pick me up.
Get in the car, I can't be annoyed. Big Bernardo, get in the car, I can't be annoyed. Right, we have to get in. About 10 of them came out the pub.
Take me to Barrowfield, it's Lennoxtown, come on now.
Aye. Well, we're not going to the same place, driver. Bernardo.
Clansman driver.
We've all got 10 hussies up in Park Circus, they're all up the same clothes and everything. You've got Callum McGregor in the front going, that's an absolute disgrace. You boys came out his bed. You're not taking a liberty doing that in his car. Get my fist up. Oh, no, it's all broken into wee bits. Brilliant.
We've got training tomorrow, guys, come on.
We've got training tomorrow, behave yourself. Alistair Johnson's in the house preparing orange and lime lemonade.
He's sitting with his dog, man. He loves his wee dog, doesn't he, man?
Aye.
See, wee dog's a belter, man.
He's got a kettle boiling, man. He's making them all Lipton iced tea and all that, so he has. He's got a kettle. He's got a kettle. Right, boys, how's your hangover this morning?
Aye.
Aye. Burnaby's got the Love Boat theme and all that, all playing up in his pads, strobe lights off his ceiling and everything, man.
Aye, Prophet.
Mirrors on lies down, man. He looks up, there's mirrors on his ceiling. What's going on here?
Prophet's coming. Aye, we'll tan ease and then we'll go and do that.
Aye. It's getting to that time now where people are starting to get a wee bit out of order now on the Friday night. It's behind the watershed now. Aye, sticking it to be Alejandro. You
See,
sober today, son? It won't get a game, man.
She's well before you summarise, obviously, the window.
Well, I'm trying to, but all these funny comments keep coming in.
Before you summarise that, and obviously come back to what I said there, one thing we did mention, obviously, on the day we talk about is we get a wee comment for a viewer to kind of put it across and stuff. Don't know if the fans, what is it?
Big Berner turns out at weekend at Bernie's, man. Carried a bit all over the place.
There's a wee comment for a viewer saying, just to ask a question, and I think it's been a good question, Jake, I'll put to the viewers and obviously yourself. Obviously about the recruitment in terms of the youth. Well, I say recruitment, basically the guys, the pathway for the youth, etc. Obviously, a lot of Celtic fans are saying,
come on anytime, you'll be welcome. You will get served.
You will get served, aye. No, you will get served.
You better be like that. I think I need the toilet.
What is in terms of the youth system? Obviously, a lot of fans are saying that in general at Celtic, even the boardroom, it's kind of jobs for the boys and stuff. But see, in terms of the recruitment, JP, do you think as well, maybe as much as Darnell Dean, McManus have been brilliant servants to the club during the playing days, are obviously doing very well at the moment, but do you think for maybe the youth team to maybe progress further? Do you think maybe a change at youth level, coaches, or we mentioned a few weeks ago, maybe a German coach to kind of help them, or a foreign coach to new ideas? Because I think maybe at the youth level at the moment, we're kind of standing a wee bit still.
Yes, well, I think I spoke to you about this a while ago. It might have been actually a couple of weeks ago recently. And I said to you then, I think that it's certainly got to be looked at. Because if you look now, I mean, I listened to Charlie Adams' small interview the other day about Bosun Lovell, and they've now changed Big Bosun from playing centre-back to now playing him kind of similar to where we played Wanyama. And they seem to, obviously, their fans have taken to him as well down there, Ryan, and they seem to be getting more of a tune out of him. Why did the Celtic coaches not recognise that pattern and then take those steps to? Because we might be, he might be in the team just now. Because right now we're really, really struggling for a number 6. And we've tried Abelgard, Awata has been in and out. I know he's had a couple of really bad injuries. This injury he's got just now is a really bad one. Yeah, I really think that, it's certainly one thing that's got to be looked at, mate, is the youth coaching. I've said this to you before, mate. I don't know if it's maybe a change that's needed, or, maybe they need help. Maybe they need some guidance. You look at the way the foreign aspect, look at Xavi Alonso, for example, the way he coaches his team, right? He's a young coach. But he's got younger guys like that. You look at Enzo Maresca, young coach, but he was working with guys like Pep Guardiola and Darnell D. Big McManus was probably privy to working elitely with Big Ange, because he done it for a season and then he was. But to me, that was a big change, Ryan. Coming out of the team there. I know we're just about to finish up, mate, but to try and summarise that, I do think we certainly. I think it's something that needs to be looked at, because we're not, in my opinion, Ryan, I don't think we're seeing the right amount of young folk having a pathway to get to the first team. Ben Summers, he's out at Dunfermline. Rocco Vata, he knocked back his new contract. Obviously, he didn't go anywhere in the window now, but he's with us to the end of the season. So again, we don't know if that's going to be, is there going to be improved terms again there for Rocco? I can't see the club, I'm being honest, Ryan, I don't see the club bending over backwards, because he's contributed absolutely zero in terms of time he's gave the club. So he's played a couple of first team games. He scored his first team goal against Bucky Thistle. But for me, mate, that's nowhere near. You look at Abada's goal records, you look at Kyogo's, he's nowhere near the contribution to any of these guys. In my opinion, right now, he can't light a candle to them. So that says, mate, I think, it's certainly something that really needs to be looked at. And again, we just don't know again, mate, if the club are going down the loyalty route there in terms of who they are and the fact that they gave Celtic a lot of service as kids, coming through, being first team players, and then moving on, and then obviously then getting that that trust to come back, just because they were known and they had some good spells and successful Celtic teams at the time, Ryan. So I don't know, mate. Like I say, unfortunately, I don't have all the answers. But yeah, I think it's something that can't hurt to to have a look at it, mate. It's actually quite a good question, that, as well. So it is. Before we finish up, folks, we will give you this. This podcast is sponsored by AB Entertainment. The AB stands for a Mr. Alec Beveridge, and Alec's a DJ, folks. So this is a DJ in the entertainment business. So that's the number there if you want to get in touch with Alec to book him in for your function. If you require some entertainment, if you've got any parties, work venues, anything at all coming up, give him a wee call. You can also hit him up on that number, folks, on WhatsApp as well. The number on the screen, if you can't see it, reads 07845 746 092. That's 07845 746 092. And if you do give Alec a call, you can quote the podcast as well that you've seen it here, and you might get yourself a small discount on your fee as well there. Alec's a very good guy, big Celtic fan as well, folks, so please don't hesitate to reach out if you are looking for entertainment for any parties you've got coming up, folks. But I've annoyed you probably more than I expected to do tonight. Myself and Ryan, we'll be back on Monday evening.
Francis, I don't know, Francis, how he's done that with Tati. I really don't know, mate. Strange one. Is it the heat where they're playing? Is it no stretching enough? I wish I could answer that, mate, but it's baffling to us as well.
Don't know. It's one of those mysterious things, isn't it, Ryan?
Maybe he wasn't even fit to start off with, and he's went over with maybe a wee niggle, and it's just turned mad. Who knows? I wish we had that answer, Francis, but it's a good question, mate. I don't know. I've had some injuries myself, but I've never done a calf injury, so I don't know how these things are. Is it lactic acid? Is it no stretching? Is it who knows? But he's a big miss, Francis. He's a big miss, and obviously the fact we've let Turnbull go, that's a bit of a stumbling block as well. He's away missing some of his goals. I think JP, he does opinion wise Turnbull's a wee bit. His profit. He's out for maybe the end of the season, possibly. Just depends.
He's out for a bit. Well, he's been given a time frame of 6 weeks profit. To
obviously after 6 weeks he'll need to get fit again, and so it could be 3 months or so. Who knows? But hopefully, JP, yourself, technology these days, he can be back a lot quicker, depending on his rehab. But I don't know what you feel on that, JP. But I do think it's a significant injury for us. Obviously, if he's fit again, you're thinking, right, he's going to be back in, my Idah back in as well. And so, again, but like you say, JP, this is when players need to step up, and this is where other guys, this guy will get a chance as well to step in and maybe take his place.
Well, that's it, Ryan. I don't know if it's a cultural thing, but for me, any time that any of the Japanese lads we've had have been injured, they've always bounced back relatively fast. I mean, Hatate came back way before it was predicted that he was going to return to the team, and he obviously played against St Mirren. I know he never played a lot, but he got on the pitch, and then which I was really shocked, folks. I don't know about anybody here, but I was really shocked that he was selected to go to the Asian Cup with Japan. I know he's a big player. I know that Moriyasu quite likes him, and I know he's a big player there. But him and the lad at Brighton, what's his name? Matoma. He's out injured at the moment as well. And they're through to the next round of the Asian Cup. As are South Korea, by the way. A big well done to Owen Yang today. Earlier on, they beat Australia. I know Big O got on. I'm not too sure if Yang did, but
he did. Again, he got a good write-up when he came on.
Oh.
Yang.
Oh, Yang, did he? Oh, right. Well, that's good news for Celtic then. And a lot of people, Ryan, don't really know, or maybe don't know this and don't pay attention to this, but Celtic get money as well. So Celtic get finances when these guys are away representing their country, especially in these tournaments.
Is it no 500 grand, depending on what it is, or something
I
like
can't
that?
remember, Ryan. I think it's 200 grand every appearance. When they make it.
The longer they're away, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 200 grand every time they're away. So, but yeah, as I said, folks, myself and Ryan, we'll be back on Monday evening at the time of 8:30. Hope you have a lovely weekend, whatever you're up to, and enjoy the Aberdeen game tomorrow.
Yep.
But for now, and for myself and Ryan, so hail.
Hail.
Take care, folks, and have a good one. Cheers.